Welcome to Ancient Yoga Secrets, where the wisdom of the past meets the seekers of today. Have you ever wondered where yoga truly began? Not just the postures, but the deep, ancient practice that goes beyond the mat. Today, we embark on a journey to uncover the roots of traditional yoga, its origins, philosophy, and the teachings that have guided seekers for thousands of years. Let us begin. The story of yoga begins with the legend of Shiva, also called Adiyogi, the first yogi. According to tradition, the origins of yoga trace back to the tantric teachings of Shiva. These teachings are so ancient that much of their wisdom remains elusive today. There are many tantric texts, each offering its own doorway into meditation and self-realization. One of the most well-known is the Bhairava Tantra, where Shiva shares 112 meditation techniques with his beloved Parvati. These techniques form the foundation of deeper yogic practices and are meant to awaken direct experience of consciousness. Later on, a huge amount of sacred knowledge was transmitted directly from the gods to some rishis. This constituted the Vedas. The word Veda means knowledge. The rishis were the wisest beings the world possessed, who lived in deep meditation. They received these teachings not through study, but through direct experience with God. From the Vedas came the Upanishads, spiritual texts that go even deeper into questions like, who am I? What is this life about? As the Vedas are pure knowledge and the Upanishads are pure instruction given to apply this knowledge in our lives. India's heritage also revealed to us amazing stories to make it easier to understand. By identifying ourselves with the virtues within these stories, the teachings become more alive. The Ramayana and later the Mahabharata are two of the main stories which form the foundation of Hinduism. But they also had a great impact on the development of yoga because of their universal teachings. Over time, yoga continued to evolve, leading to one of the most structured presentations of yogic practice, Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. Patanjali wrote the Yoga Sutras in an India that was experiencing some tension between Hinduism and Buddhism, and his teachings were written with great care to avoid any religious affiliation. This is why the text is so complete and objective in the way it explains the yogic path. Patanjali compiled the essence of yoga into a system known as the 8 limbs of yoga, a step-by-step path guiding seekers through ethical living, physical postures, breath control, and deep meditation, ultimately leading to self-realization. Centuries later, the 15th century text, Hatha Yoga Pradipika, written by Swami Swatmarama, provided a detailed guide for preparing the body and mind for deeper spiritual practice. This text emphasized the importance of asanas, pranayama, and energy techniques such as mudras and bandhas to direct and preserve vital energy. However, Hatha Yoga was never meant to be practiced alone. It was always integrated with Raja Yoga, the path of meditation and mental mastery. Together, Hatha and Raja Yoga form a balanced system where physical, pranic, and mental exercises prepare us to attain moksha, liberation. In the late 19th century, Swami Vivekananda introduced yoga to the Western world. However, his teachings focused primarily on the broader aspects of yoga philosophy, particularly Raja Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga, rather than the physical aspects of Hatha Yoga. His work inspired global interest in yoga, laying the foundation for its worldwide expansion. Later, in the early 20th century, Paramahansa Yogananda traveled to the United States, bringing with him the sacred knowledge of Kriya Yoga. This practice, often referred to as a shortcut to enlightenment, was taught to him in the lineage of Mahavatar Babaji. His book, Autobiography of a Yogi, is not a direct compilation of his teachings, but rather his life story, filled with stories of yogic miracles and the beauty of Indian culture. This book had, and still has today, a huge influence worldwide, sparking curiosity about traditional yoga and inspiring many to seek spiritual truth in India. His influence also led to the establishment of the Self-Realization Fellowship, an organization dedicated to spreading these teachings globally. The SRF offers Yogananda's teachings for free to anyone who wishes to learn. Lessons are sent via mail and are also available online once a student subscribes. One of the most sacred texts of India, the Bhagavad Gita, is a chapter within the Mahabharata, an ancient scripture that holds deep spiritual wisdom. The Mahabharata is not just a tale of war, but a vast collection of teachings about life, duty, and self-realization. In the Bhagavad Gita, Prince Arjuna finds himself in a deep inner conflict, questioning his path and his purpose. At this moment, Krishna speaks to him, offering guidance on how to live with wisdom, courage, and devotion. This conversation teaches us how to navigate life, overcome doubts, and ultimately realize our true nature. The Gita presents 4 great paths of yoga. Bhakti Yoga, the path of devotion and surrender. Karma Yoga, the path of selfless action and duty. Jnana Yoga, the path of wisdom and self-inquiry. Raja Yoga, the path of meditation and mastery of the mind. These paths offer a completely different perspective on yoga compared to the way it is commonly understood in the West. The Bhagavad Gita reminds us that yoga is not about escaping life, but about engaging with it fully, with clarity, courage, and an open heart. Yoga is an invitation to explore, to learn, to awaken. If this journey has sparked something within you, subscribe and continue walking this path with us. Share in the comments. What does yoga mean to you? And remember, as the Bhagavad Gita says, yoga is the journey of the self, through the self, to the self. Namaste.